And now, from one of the most really exciting cities in the entire planet, it's snack time.
Hello! Hello and welcome to Snackboy. Today our snack world snack comes from Mindshare in Washington, D.C. Mindshare was nice enough to send Snackboy and our friends at the Snackboy Studios chocolate-covered espresso beans. And God knows I need the energy, so thank you, Mindshare, and thank you to chocolate-covered espresso beans. Today's snack takes us back to Mrs. Dixie's history class at Springbrook High School. 1990 was the year. Not to date myself, but it was 1990. And I was sitting in the back of the class, just minding my own business. And I have to admit to you people, I don't know why, but there was something about this day. I was oh so tired and oh so bored. Mrs. Dixie was talking and rambling on and on and on and on, just bothering me but with the details of history that I did not need to know. Years have gone by, and to this day I still do not need to know whatever she was talking about. So I let myself go into dreamy time. And as I started to relax and unwind, the pressures of the day fading and fading like Madonna doing yoga, it happened. Something has happened to you, so don't look at me with judgmental eyes like you don't know what I'm talking about because you've been here too. I farted. I farted, passed gas, made wind, made bathtub bubbles. I had flatulence. I passed dirty air, and it was loud, people. It was an explosion. It was like that movie Deep Impact. It was just that, the sound that only the tightest, most muscular of butts could make. It was like, and at the end, it was finished off with that perfect, wet gurgle. And right away I died. You know I died. It's one of those moments where no matter how mature you think you are or are, I don't care if you're a president or a leader or a bum on the street, if you are farting loudly in public, you suddenly lose every little bit of groundedness. And there I was, and every head turned, including the teacher, Mrs. Dixie, and she looked at me, and she stopped talking. Her rambling ceased, and I did what a lot of people would do, and I admit it was wrong. Don't judge me before I tell you, but people, I say now to you, I was wrong. I looked at Kwaku, who sat to my right, and I went, "Ew, Kwaku, ew!" And everyone looked at Kwaku, and their heads turned to him, and they went, "Ew, Kwaku farted! Ew, Kwaku!" And Kwaku went, "No, I didn't. It was him. It was Terry. I did not fart. It was Terry." And I went, "Kwaku, whatever. What are you talking about? It was you. Ew." And Mrs. Dixie was not going to let false blame pass. Oh, no. She stopped the class, and she slowly marched up the aisle, and she stood between us, clasping her nose together, and she said, "Who passed the wind?" And I said, completely letting everyone know it was me, "Why should it matter? People, please hear me of this and listen to my words. Why should it matter? Let he among us who has not cast the first fart cast the first stone." And Mrs. Dixon said, "Terry Crummett, was it you who passed the wind?" And I said, "Oh, yes, it wasn't Kwaku. It was none other than me. I'm sorry, Kwaku." And she went up to the front of the room, and she pulled down the board, and she said, "Flatulence is no laughing matter. It is a normal bodily function that begins in the anus." And she started to dissect what my bowels had unleashed moments before. It was worse than the hovering smell. It was worse than the shame of my fib. Now she was exploring my bowels for the whole class to dissect mentally. And I felt like standing up and marching down the aisle and saying, "Get your brains out of my buttocks. You've all farted. Don't feel that you are better than me." And as the bell rung that long day, it was a long day before the bell rang, I still could smell not only my shame, and not only the remnants of the lecture. I could smell how it felt, how it truly felt to be exploited from the inside out.
Cut.